But do you have that sense as well that there's a certain something going on there in that room that they take out onto the ice as well?
I do, and I really don't think they have any holes. You look at from the goaltending on out, Shesterkin's a Vezina Trophy winner. Um, had that little blip in the middle of the season, but was great over the last month and a half. I thought in the last regular season game against Ottawa, you just got the feeling he wasn't letting anything in. He was that good. And then, who knows? Uh, of course, knock on wood, barring any injury, who knows if we'll even see Jonathan Quick play in a game during the postseason. But he was tremendous coming in as a backup, winning 18 games, 18 of his 26 starts. Such a good guy in the room from all indications. He won the Players Player Award. I think on defense, from 1 to 6 or even 1 to 7, I don't see any other team that matches up with the depth that they have with Fox and Lindgren, and then whether Miller plays with Schneider or Trouba at the start, and then you have Gustafson and Ruhwedel as the seventh defenseman. You have a veteran who's won Stanley Cups. And then up front, you have superstars all over the place on the top two lines. The guy in Artemi Panarin, who should get consideration for MVP votes, whether he wins it or not, we'll see. But 120 points for the President's Trophy winning team, not too bad. You have Mika Zibanejad, who had another really consistent year. I know maybe the even strength goals weren't what you would hope for, but overall, he's a number one center in the league. And Chris Kreider, 39 goals, one of the best guys in the league in front of the net on the power play. Trocheck, Panarin, and Lafreniere. I mean, I don't have to tell you how good they were this year. Really like what I've seen from that Cooley, Kako, Wenberg third line. And then you can mix and match on the fourth line with Goodrow, Vesey, Rempe, and Brodzinski. So really no holes. Special teams are outstanding all year. The one area you probably hope that they can raise a little bit is the 5-on-5 scoring. They were finished the year +3 or 4. It was even going into the last game. But really, like I said, you can't really find a hole anywhere in that roster. And coaching staff has done a tremendous job. Peter Laviolette has won the Stanley Cup. He's gotten to the final with 2 other teams. Excellent assistant coaches in Phil Housley and Mike Pekka, Dan Muse, Benoit Allaire, the goalie coach. So, again, there are several other teams in the East that probably think they can go all the way, but in my mind, the Rangers certainly have as good a chance as anybody.
Yeah. Give me a prediction on the series, first round.
I try to stay away from predictions, Jim, only because I have to call the games.
Yeah.
But, I would certainly be surprised if the Rangers didn't win the series just because of the regular season they had. And you have to give the Caps so much credit for what they've been able to do this year, getting into the playoffs. Spencer Carberry did a terrific job. You look at the second half of the season that Ovechkin had. But again, I try to stay away from predictions. In the other division, I think both are too close to call. Boston, Toronto, Florida, Tampa. Look at what the Islanders, the hard time they gave Carolina last year. They were an overtime goal away from forcing a Game 7. So it's the best time of year, and really looking forward to it. And it should be some really fun nights, not only at Madison Square Garden, but all around the league coming up over the next weeks and potentially months.